Hello, Shouteees. It is another day, another dollar. We out here. And as you know, we're going to start up. Sorry. Sitting on my blanket. We're going to set up and have another LaCroix, as we always do. Today it's going to be very chill. I just wanted to work on my drawing. This one I started a while back, but I haven't had much time to work on it. So you're going to see me literally be just drawing circles pretty much probably this whole time. So it might be difficult. I usually put it on like a table, but I figured this would be better for you guys to view. So I've set this up, but let me do a quick slurpy slurp. Let me show you where I'm at with this drawing. For these ones, I do kind of cheat the system. I do usually do a layer that is from another photo to reference. So that's the reference photo. And then I draw little circles. So you will join me here. And I'm literally just gonna be drawing this entire time. So you'll probably see me this entire time just going through and doing little circles the entire time. But yeah, other than that, life has been chilling. I'm gonna take this off actually. Let's see how difficult this will be to set up this guy. Can you guys still see? Not really, it seems like. I can maybe set up something different, but I think maybe I just do it this way. And if I sit down this way, you should be able to see a bit more. Oh, man, this is muy difícil. Did not think this through all the way. But yeah, I mean, typically I'll listen to some music and stuff, but since we don't have that, I'm so scared to listen to music now because copyright is an issue. So I've had to remove it in other ones. Alright, time to do some circles. Yeah. Circle. And I'm just gonna do a bunch of circles. A bunch of happy little circles. And yeah, I mean, I don't know why I think these animal and car combinations are so interesting to me, but they just are. It's just relaxing. I mean, this is really just so I can understand how forms of animal, like how I can draw different forms of animals. Oh shit. Oh crap, I'm also on the wrong layer. Let me redo that. Okay, we gotta switch layers. There we go. But just happy little circles. I definitely feel like I sound like, what's that guy that does the art, the painting? Shoot. Just happy little circles. Beat the devil out of it. What is that guy's name? Shoot. I'm going to be so upset because I'm going to figure it out as soon as I'm done with this. But yeah, the whole point of this really originally was just I want to learn how to draw animals. And so this was a good way for me to understand form based on... Honestly, the more you understand the anatomy of the animals, the easier it is to draw them. And so I'm just trying to match this guy. It's not anything too crazy. It's really not anything too fancy. I'm not the best drawer, so this is what I do it just takes a long time. I'm sure AI could do this, but like, what's the fun in that? I mean, for me, I'm doing it because I want to get better at drawing. If you use AI, I mean, you won't gain that skill. And I think, recently I've really been struggling with like, what is the importance and significance of using AI on skills that you want to be innately human? Like, what causes me to have something that AI can't replicate, and that's the human experience. And so I want to be able to harness skills that, AI will never be able to understand. It may be able to understand all of humanity, but will it understand all of Asher? Will it understand me? Will it have my perspective? And I like to choose to believe that no, AI won't have that. It won't have me. It won't have the person who's standing here in front of you or sitting and drawing. And like, that's definitely been a struggle of mine recently. It's like, how can I make sure that I feel and solidify me as Asher as something that AI cannot replicate? And maybe, I mean, posting these videos probably won't help my case in the future. AI maybe will watch all these videos and be able to replicate what they think of me, but AI will never have all the experiences that I have had in my life. And that's the beauty of the age that we live in now. There's no way AI at this moment in time can replicate the memories that I've had that make me who I am, that give me a perspective that won't be able to be replicated. So I don't know, I've been thinking a lot about it recently, because I think ever since I was a kid, I think I would have been all gung-ho about, yeah, we need to do some technology, we need to increase, what we're building and how we're building it, and we should be open to the future, which I do think we do need to do, but I also think that there's dangers that come with that. Especially since I watched that Doom documentary. And if you haven't seen that, it's one of my other videos, but it just came out March 27th. But yeah, I mean, I think, the more I'm getting into the tech field in my job and just in general, the more I'm starting to realize that I trust tech less and less and less. But like, if it's like an iPad where I'm using it, to draw, there's not much harm in that, right? It's a tool. But at which case when does AI become not a tool anymore? And we become the tool and the asset? I don't know. Just, it's interesting, the predicament that we're putting ourselves in right now. Because I don't think we realize how much the decisions that we're making now will affect us in the future. Especially the old folks who don't really understand what's going on right now with an AI revolution. Which, yeah, I mean, being a mechanical engineer in Silicon Valley, it makes me sound like I'm higher than thou, but it definitely gives you like a lot of thoughts about what's going on in the world and how it's centralized. A lot of it's centralized in what we're doing here in the Bay. And luckily, thank God, I'm not really part of that anymore. But, what I once was part of something that was like that, and why I chose to do something different. Because, I think there is a world that there could be, us living in harmony with technology and with AI. But I think that, we need to come up with things that are more innately human and make them more human. Find things like, surviving, life, creating life, building a life, living in a life. Those are all innately human. Cavemen still had a home, right? They had a home in a cave. Humans still have a home. That's innately human. The idea of a home or an abode is actually, it's even less human, more just animalistic. Whereas, AI doesn't necessarily need a home, right? It can live on the interwebs. It can live in a cloud. It can live in data streams. AI will never understand what it is to be in the home and to have a home and what that really signifies and feels like. And for some people, it can be complex. It can be different. Some people have hard relationships with their initial homes. Some people have hard upbringings. But that's what makes it innately human. That's why I'm kind of drawn to that idea of, like, what is this idea of home? And how can we create it in a way that blurs the line between home and manufacturing? Because I'm in manufacturing, and I think that there's efficiencies in manufacturing that is really unique in trying to understand. Oh, it looks like Sean's home. Which I should have freaking done a polar plunge at that mains. Totally forgot about it. But he told me Thursday, he was like, you gonna do the polar plunge? Nope. Totally forgot. Just drawing circles. What's up, Sean?
Yo.
How's life? Oh, by the way, I'm filming.
You're in street cleaning, by the way.
What? No, I'm not.
Yeah, 'cause it's Sunday, Monday.
No, street clean. I'm on this side. I moved my car.
Is this another Tesla with a roof rack?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's weird.
You're not on this side?
No, I'm here.
Oh.
I'm filming too right now. Are you gonna go polar plunge again?
This week, yeah.
Yeah. How was it with you and Emma?
It was good. We also didn't socialize, but we
Well, I heard it was banned. Did you see the thing I sent you? The parks banned it because they didn't have a permit to throw events in the morning.
we still went. I mean, maybe that's why there was still like 20 people, 20, 30 people.
Yeah, I think it's still a thing, but yeah, that's the
have,
sauna and DJs because they got caught not having a park permit.
I see. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some other friends that might be joining us this next Friday.
Yay, friends.
Yeah. So,
You want to say hi to the Shouteees?
You're welcome to come. I see the Shouteees.
See the Shouteees.
What are you drawing for the Shouteees?
I'm just trying to finish up this cheetah.
Oh, nice.
Cheetah and car.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of dots that I have to do right now.
So many dots.
So many dots. And I definitely could have like AI do all this, but kind of defeats the purpose.
Cool.
Yeah. Dude, I took a 2-hour nap. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, when I left, I wasn't sure if you were awake or sleeping. I was like, I'm just gonna leave.
Oh yeah, I was asleep. I was big sleep. It was nice. Neha and I were supposed to run 11 miles. Neha ended up running 12.
Damn.
And I ran 0.
She showed you up.
I know, dude. I was asleep, okay? I was asleep.
Okay.
I told her, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to run today.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right. Enjoy. I got us hand soap.
Thanks.
Yeah, hand soap. We love hand soap. I am now a native man. And I don't mean that like that. I mean, I have the native brand. I'm obsessed. I have like native shampoo and native conditioner and body wash. It's the only shampoo that doesn't like, I don't know, my skin is super sensitive and it causes like irritation. I don't know what it's one of the ingredients in pretty much every shampoo except native. Native doesn't have it. I think it's the sulfates maybe, but it really causes like rashes on my skin when I take showers. So native seems to be the most gentle. Also not sponsored, but yeah. I mean, just drawing circles. Once I have all the circles done, then that's the fun part where we get to kind of choose the colors and do the color palettes. And usually I choose the color palette centered around the animal This time, I think I'm going to choose a color palette that makes sense with the car. Because I chose a Corvette, an old Corvette, like 60s Corvette. And that's mainly because, I mean, a Corvette, you know, it's not innately like the fastest car. It used to be known to be a fast car, but now, you know, now that's not the case. But when I think of fast cars and like slim cars and, you know, old school cars that really, you know, bring the powerhouse to any sort of car that you think looks fast, you know, I think of a red Corvette. And so that's why I put it together with a cheetah. So I think a cheetah is, you know, well, I know cheetah's the fastest land animal, but if I really wanted to be accurate with this, I probably would have put like a Tesla Roadster in here, because that would be the fastest production car. But we know that that's not as fun as a Corvette. Plus, a Corvette kind of looks the part. It looks fast. Dang, got a lot more dots to go. We just gotta go fast. The faster, the easier. And it's probably better, the more spots you do that are, you know, not the same, the more human it looks, you know. It'll look not perfect. Also, Sean was looking out for my parking. I got a ticket this weekend. What a trick is. But it was my own fault. I didn't pay the parking meter. I knew it was not smart, but sometimes you gotta risky for the bisky. Only because, you know, you pay for the parking meter every day. It's like, maybe I'll risk it. But it always comes back to bite you. We're almost there. Ow, my arm hurts. All these circles. So basically what I'm doing is I'm drawing on top of a layer, and then you take off the other layer, and then you just have the outline. And then you come back and you can fill these in with colors. The other way to do this is like, I could come back and just, this would be my sketch, which would make it mine, basically, because it's not going to be exactly the same picture. And then you just draw underneath your sketch lines. But for this one, you're really just gonna draw, like, here, I'll show you. So now that this is that, so all these circles, I just did all of these circles, every single one, which I'll come back and I'll clean them up a bit. I'll be like, okay, I don't think that thing is needed, so I clean that up. And then, like for example, I'll probably erase this because it's not quite perfect. And then once this is all done, I'm gonna basically take the color scheme for whatever I choose on this back half and apply it to, oh, that case. Yeah. And apply it to the cheetah side. And then I'll blend the colors. So like, for example, if I'm choosing a red Corvette, this is probably going to be red here. So this will probably be red and black is what I'm thinking. And all these dots will become black. And then I'll come up with some shading that makes sense to give it a little more texture. And then I'll clean up like the blend between the two, which is always fun. Like, that's the best part of the blend section. I think I showed you these the other time, but I'll just show you again if you're curious. So like it'll end up looking something like this, or it's a whale in a car, or a giraffe in a Volkswagen van. But yeah, I'm trying to get a thumbnail. See, that's the biggest issue is I always forget the thumbnail at the end, and so I always have to like do an awkward little like, this is my drawing. But yeah, I appreciate you guys just chilling and drawing with me. That was always fun. It's always fun hanging out with the Shouteees. And yeah, my buddies are now watching it. I found out that Neha subscribed, so I have at least one more person in here that's a friend, a girlfriend. But yeah, cheers. I will see you in the next one. 21 minutes is all it takes. Just gotta wrap up and do something, find some time, and have a good one. No run today, but I'll run and I'll make up for it tomorrow. I'll try to do 11 miles. Maybe I bring you guys with me. Who knows? See ya.